Clint came in and didn't know the system, so we were trying to bring him along as fast as possible. That way, when it came time to compete, it could be as level of a playing field as you could be. So right now, it's really not level. I mean, everybody should understand that. And so his communication process is a lot faster than the other one. So.
Receiver-wise, obviously it's been 2 days and it's non-padded, but what have these guys looked like, and guys who maybe didn't see the field last year and their ability to jump in and contribute?
We run fast at places. I mean, we gotta get the ball to them. I mean, I think that's first and foremost. I mean, I don't necessarily think we're doing anything terrible out there. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's really hard to tell. I mean, I'd like to say something one way or the other, but I mean, especially with not having pads on, this and that. I mean, hopefully Mario and Kevin will pick up where they left off. They haven't showed that yet because, I mean, we haven't put them in those positions. We really haven't. We're just trying to do day 1, day 2, day 3, and, sometimes day 1 they're not getting a whole lot of, it's just not about them getting the specific stuff every day. It's about us putting 3 pieces together, and then it becomes a whole whenever you scrimmage or whatever you do and put everything together. And you can imagine how bad that would be right now. Right now we're just doing a third, and so if you put, all 3 together, heads would spin and spin off and bust probably.
Depth-wise at receiver, do you guys have it? Are you happier with your depth this year, heading into this year, than previously?
I mean, we're probably I don't know if you're
Since
ever
you've been here?
happy with it. I mean, since I've been here, I mean, our depth at the beginning wasn't very good, obviously. I thought our depth going in last year, we had a lot of bodies. We didn't have a lot of experience. That was the deal, we lost everybody and we were replacing everybody. So at least we got some people back that's been on the field a lot. And I think the addition to some of those young guys, I mean, at least they seem to have a will to compete. And so if you have that, then, I think it'll be, it's obviously you're starting off good. Because some people have to find that will to compete when they get to the next level. We got some people doing that too. It's kind of questioning life. And so, we have some guys out there that are willing to compete, which, I mean, once the quarterbacks start communicating better, it's probably frustrating for skilled guys too when you're repping quarterbacks that haven't been there because, they see it probably happening in a different way in their mind that it's happening. So it's a process it's more people that's got to be patient than just the ones with the ball.
When you look at Kevin and even DeKeel, what would be their off-season sort of evaluation, things they need to work on?
DeKeel got a lot of reps as a true freshman. Good gracious, the kid played a lot. He needs to, he's probably more explosive now. Like if you watched him last year, even the quick balls that he called out of his break, he would catch them and get tackled. He didn't really have that explosion out of the break. He's probably a lot more explosive now even than he was because he's got an off season or somewhat of an off season under his belt. And I think if you look at last year, especially with him, he kind of tailed off there towards the end, probably because just the grind of going through a Big 12 season. I think he played 3 high school games his senior year, right? 3 or 4. They didn't play a whole deal. And so that was a big difference for him. And I think he'll be more suited to push through those barriers, with an off season and with the spring. That kid, it's amazing that kid's a true freshman last year. Looking at him, he doesn't look like a true freshman, and mentally he doesn't act like one. And so he's only going to continue to get better. And so, with him, Squirt's been there for a long time, and he's doing things right. He knows where to be, and he's playing fast, and so that's a positive with him. And then, those 2 outside guys are extremely talented. We just got to give them the ball. And they started coming along towards the end. You could tell when they started feeling a little bit more and more comfortable with their lot in life as far as football goes. And so they started making more plays too. So hopefully, those guys all are back. And so, if we don't play better, then, we develop. And that's the term developing comes from that. You need some carryover. So. Hopefully when they stay in the same system for a year, it'll be better.